And joining us now to talk about the effort to get Democrats to include independents in the party's presidential preference election, we welcome Maricopa County Recorder, Democrat Adrian Fontes, and Kathy Stewart with the group independentvoting.org. Good to have you both here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, the purpose behind this ad is what?
Well, I think the advocacy group wants to do the same thing that a lot of folks want to do, and really stick to one of the most important pieces of American tradition when it comes to elections. We used to have this track that we went on. We opened voting up to folks who didn't own property. Then we opened voting up to women. Then we opened voting up to people of color, our indigenous brothers and sisters. Finally, in the 60s, we opened voting up to folks who were just old enough to go out and die for our country. This now is the next phase of that continued American tradition of opening up voting for more and more of our electorate, and I think that's what this group is advocating for.
What do you say to those, and we'll stick with Democrats right now because they're the only players in the game. What do you say to Democrats who say, listen, this is a presidential preference election. It's not a primary. It's we get to choose delegates to the convention. We get to choose platform. It's our party. If you want to join our party, come on in. If you don't, we can't have you making decisions for us.
Simple answer. If you have every right to construct your primary however you want. With one thing you have to take into account, you are using taxpayer funding to do that. So if you're going to take taxpayer dollars, then I think you have to look at the democracy question. And the democracy question here is, wow, there's a disconnect in Arizona. 33% of Arizona voters, many of them, probably the majority of them who are taxpayers, are being cut off from participating in what many would say is the most important election in our lifetime. So that's how I respond to that. Fine, don't take taxpayer money and go ahead and construct your primary however you want.
And I think that's a key.